Hey guys, it's Carrie Bai here in India. I'm in Siliguri, and I know I promised we would be talking about street foods today, and unfortunately we can't get out on the streets because the lockdown is extended again. So it's not a good idea to go out and try to find some street foods. However, my lovely ladies here know how to prepare them, so we still get to show them to you. This is street foods, Siliguri style. Okay, now I'm still learning some of the names of these, and I'm excited to get to try all of them, and I hope that you guys will be excited to find out about them, try them with me, and maybe some of them are a little bit spicy, so you can laugh with me too, that's okay. All right, so let's get started. First, let's talk about a little bit about the difference between the street food in the US versus India. Most of the cities in the US, you will not find street food quite like this. Some of the cities, we won't get street food, but we'll have fast food, things like McDonald's and Burger King, all those big burger places and pizza places. You can just pop in and grab a bite and go. But if you want to grab a bite to eat and go here in India, you get street food. I know some of the bigger cities in the US will have street foods like tacos and hot dogs, and even some places will have pizza. But here, this is what we have, and it's amazing. All right, so let's see what we can get started with. The first one is my absolute favorite in India so far. So far, nobody has showed me anything that tastes better than momo. Momo is kind of like a dumpling, right? It is like a dough, and it's stuffed with meat and vegetables and onion. And it is steamed, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna have 2 of them to get started. I'm not even using a plate yet because to me, momo is bite-sized. There's none of this taking little bites for me when it comes to momo. 1 or 2 bites max, all right? This is just a little dipping sauce. It's kind of like ketchup, but it's like sweet and spicy. Not too spicy though. I could eat momo all day, every day, at least 2 meals a day. One more, it's a big one, but this is 1 bite size, I think, right? So I'm going to try this one, and then we'll go on to the next one. And I have to remember the name of it, so maybe while I'm chewing, I'll remember. Number 2 is quite like momo, but it's much bigger and doughier. I'm not eating a whole one, but I'll put this on my plate. And it is called Thapa. Okay. All right, this is very big. Yes, I'm using my hands. I don't care, I don't mind. I hope you don't mind. So it is very doughy, but it's also steamed, just like momo. The stuffing is the same. It's just much, much bigger. So I want to cut into this nicely so you can see the inside too. All right, come and get closer. You see, this is what's inside the momo and what's inside the thapa. Yes! So I'm going to pretend I'm a lady, and I'm gonna use my fork for this one. And I already know that I like this one too. I just forget the name very often. The first place I had this was in Sikkim. Sikkim is just north of here. It's one of the bordering states. And it's like the home of momo, I think. Right, this is a typical Nepali street food. And it's wonderful and amazing. Okay, the next thing, you can have a street food. We've had it as a side dish as part of our meal. And it is pakora. I'll start with this one. This one is chicken pakora. And it's kind of like, almost like fried chicken. It has corn flour and some, what we would call, in the US, we would call it seasonings or spices. Here they call it masala.
Wow!
Right. And it's mixed together and you make it into like a batter. And you dip the chicken in and you fry it. And also it's very delicious. Now I'm finished chewing the other one. Let me try this one. Very, very good. In my opinion, it's better than KFC. So we need to try this when you come to India and visit me, or you come to Siliguri and visit me. We need to have some chicken pakora. This one is a little bit, very much similar. It's also a batter with some seasonings with onion and chili, and it has a specific name that I keep forgetting. Starts with a P, piazi, yeah! And you can also call it onion pakora. All right, so let me try this one. I know I like this one too because I'm pretty sure that I've even had it made by the same people. I'm really glad that I have good friends that know how to cook because I don't cook so well. Aww. And they're happy to help me get fatter and fatter. So they're helping me sculpt my corona curves. All right, this is very good. I really actually like to snack on this even if it gets cold and it's been sitting overnight. We'll put it, if there's some remaining after our meal, I'll put it in the refrigerator. And then every time I open the refrigerator, I'll take one and I'll eat it. And yes, I'm crazy and I'm okay with that. This is very good. Let me get some water, okay? The next one is a mixture of a couple of things, okay? So first, in the front here, we have aloo. This is potato, and this is YY. We can have them separately. We often do. This is kind of like what we would call ramen noodles in the States, but already has some flavoring added to it. But if you mix it together, the name changes a little bit. Mixed together, it's aloo mimi. Right. So I will try a little bit. I'll mix it on my plate. Right. And this is not cooked. You can eat it raw. And I almost put that in the wrong bowl. Right. This is, this might be a little bit spicy the way that it looks. So I'm excited about that. I like a little bit spicy. Later, I might not be as happy with spicy, but my mouth is always happy. If my friends wanted to have their own street food stand, they could make any one of these and make a lot of money. So good. Okay, I don't want to fill up on all these things because you see we have more things to try. Okay, next we have egg roll. Okay, this egg roll isn't quite like what we would see in the US, like in the Asian food restaurants. It's a little bit different, but it has similarities too. One of the big differences is this egg roll actually has egg in it.
Wow.
And if you've ever had egg rolls from a restaurant in the US, they have them at like Chinese restaurants and places like that. And most of the time there's not actually any egg in it. Right? But this actually has egg in it, so that's why it's called an egg roll. It's an egg and it's rolled up in a dough that is like what we would call a tortilla, but it is roti. Right? So it also has some vegetables and a little bit of that sweet and spicy sauce. Okay. I think I'm gonna cut a piece of this so I can share later. I don't want to eat the whole thing and then no one else will eat after me, because what if I have girl germs? I don't know. In this virus time, everyone's a little bit worried anyway. All right. I like to say that I eat bilingually. Sometimes I use my hands, sometimes I use my silverware. I like using my hands, but when I eat with my hands in India for my main meal, I've been told that I resemble a 2-year-old eating with their hand kind of thing. So let me try this. Whew. This will be tasty, but it'll be tastier inside. Okay, it's a big bite, but I have a big mouth. Very good. I don't know how people on these cooking shows do this, where they pretend like the food is already gone in their mouth, because I have to chew still. I'm gonna have to share all this with my friends later, and they'll have to help me eat it. And I think it'll be okay with them. Okay, the next thing, these 3 things together are pani puri. And I'll tell you a little bit more about pani puri later, or at least show you some pictures, because there are some different types of, or variations of the same thing, but with different things inside. So I do have some pictures to show you later of this. Some variations that they eat it, how they eat it in Mumbai. One of my friends sent me some pictures, so you'll get to see that. I might need a little help with this one because I've only had this out on the street one time and I'm not quite sure how to do it. One more. This has chili in it also, and it can be a little bit spicy sometimes, but this one's not too bad. It's just the right amount of spice for me. All right, so let's try one more because it's good. So we put a hole in it. We add the aloo. This has onion and chili and some other things in it, but primarily it's aloo. Pani is water. In case you're one of my American friends and you don't know, pani is water. Right. And this is like water with some flavors added to it. So we just put it in there, we let it get inside. And here we go. I love my girls. They feed me and they're so nice to me. We have one more thing. All right, time for dessert. After all these things we've eaten, we'll have one more thing. And I'm trying not to get pani all over everything. All right, this one is the dessert. It's super, super sweet. All right, and it is called Gulab jamu. All right, I know what it tastes like, but it is, let me explain it to you. It's very, very sweet. It is like a dough that is deep fried, and then it's soaked in like a sugary syrup with cardamom. Okay, so it's super sweet. You really can't eat more than one, or well, you can. I've done it, but it's not a good idea to eat more than 2. I promise, it's not a good idea, even if it tastes good. All right, so let me have some of this one. Okay. All right, so it was good to try all of these different street foods with you. We will try to get out on the street one day and try these things out there and show you what the environment is like, because that's all part of the experience of having the street foods here in Siliguri. I'll also show you a few street foods from a couple of other places that people have sent me pictures of that I would love to mention. Since I can't get there, I'm so blessed that I have friends that can send me pictures to add in here of different things you can try if you come to India. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I love India. I love food. All right, if you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe. All right, keep watching for more food coming up in the next couple of weeks. But next time we'll talk about food that people are just eat commonly for meals. Okay? And also, if I'm fortunate enough, I can get some pictures and videos of eating picnic style in the Northeast. All right, have a blessed day.
Like this, and the main thing Auntie Carrie, she missed out. We have to shake this water. Yeah, I don't know, shake it.
Stir the water. Stir the water. It'll be better. Is this one your favorite, Smita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very good.
It is. Even without stirring it, it was good. Good job. Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
Okay, what are you doing? Can you name it again?
This is gulab jamun. Pani. Puri. This is puri. This is puri. I have hair sticking in my eyeball.